Oh, I think now you can hear something. Hey, good evening. Hey, good evening. I hope you're great. Glad that you're here. Hey, Roberto. It's probably a bit more warm outside in Brazil. That was Let It Snow. So I'm not sure if it's gonna snow here in Germany during December. Would be nice. I really like snow. Last week I've been to Portugal, so that was quite different, and it was sunny and the weather was great. I was playing 3 concerts with a piano player. He's a young piano player, but also a pop singer. Um, I think I studied with him here in Cologne at the music school, and I think like 2 years ago, he was that guy who stood in front of the stage at a Coldplay concert, and he wanted to play Everglow, that Coldplay song, with them. And Chris Martin actually gave him the chance, and he came up on stage. And I think that video has like 60 million views on Facebook or something. But yeah, we played 3 concerts there. I had a rough start because I catch the fish poisoning right before, after eating sushi. One of the best places here. I've been to that place like 60 times or something, but I don't know, something was wrong. That really killed me for a few days. But yeah, now I'm back. I hope you're great. Let me know if you're already in a Christmas mood. I think we can talk a little bit about that, but also there are a few questions that came in before by B. Kim and Jonathan. I want to answer them too. Lucian, I hope you're great. Italy, yeah. So that was Let Us Know. Please let me know if you like that song. I really would love to play a Christmas song today. Not something like that's like Christmassy. But Let It Snow, I think that would be nice. But please write into the comments what your favorite Christmas song is. So, B. Kim already has some questions here. Hi, Konstantin. Not sure if you'll see this. Oh, yeah, of course I see this. I see everything in chat. Could you do some of the sweeping arpeggios like in the third movement of Howard Levy's concerto at a slower pace? I think I can. So, I think I even played the concerto by Howard Levy. I think I played it 2 times with orchestras, and it's quite a challenge, but it's great fun. Also, it's like very rhythmic. It's hard to play that with an orchestra that's like not too heavily into doing some pop and more rhythmic stuff. Because I mean, this is like partly like very inspired by Irish music. So that has to be rhythmically tight in another way that classical music probably isn't. So the third movement of that piece, I mean, this is the great thing about the harmonica. We can just slide over notes, and they are separated by the harmonica itself. So we can just play a big C major arpeggio on the C harmonica, like that, like no other instrument, I think. I mean, this is very easy. This is something a beginner can do. So we can take advantage of that and use this in our musical phrases, improvising in jazz or in other styles. And yeah, I think the basic knowledge you gotta have about this is basically coming from drums. That's what Howard Levy always tells. And drum players always practice their drum rudiments, and some of them, you really got to think about the change of breathing directions on the harmonica, blowing and drawing. Just comparing that in your mind to hitting a drum with your right hand and hitting a drum with your left hand. So one of the drum rudiments are drum rolls, and we can play drum rolls on the harmonica too. So often they are executed on the snare, and you just hit the snare and let the stick bounce on the snare several times, and then you do it with the other hand. And on the drums, it's hard to like let the stick bounce for a long time. If we compare that to us breathing out and breathing in on the harmonica, it's easier for us to do that for a long time. It's easy to do a shorter drum roll on drums, just hitting the snare with your right hand one time, letting it bounce one time, so you have 2 transients, and then doing the same with your left hand. That's harder on the harmonica. So a very, very big drum roll on the harmonica, like hitting the snare and letting it bounce for 9 other times, would be just drawing through the whole harmonica, starting on hole 1, going up to hole 10, and then drawing from hole 10, sliding down to hole 1. That's like a big drum roll on the snare with like stuff like that would be. But yeah, this is like not too useful. But we could look at the smaller ones, and they really go into the direction of like sweeping over the instrument. So one of them that's really interesting is of course like a note of 3 or a 3-note group on the blows and the draws. It's best to start out with this in the middle octave of the instrument. So if you start out on holes 4, 5, and 6, blowing 4, 5, and 6, then drawing 6, 5, and 4. That would be that kind of drum roll. So it's blow, draw, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. And if you do this, it really makes sense to like accent the first note. So in this case, I'm accenting the C, the 4-hole blow, and the 6-hole draw, or the A. So that's like one of the first steps to do with these sweeping arpeggios. And it's important to only think about the change of breathing directions instead of the notes themselves. Because we want to move this little just breathing pattern around the harmonica. And we could start the whole thing on 1-hole blow. Of course, other notes, but we just think about blow, draw, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. And doing these things, you really got to think about like how you want to move around on the harmonica. If you want to, I think we talked about this on a live stream already. But if you want to move the harmonica itself, if you want to move your head, or both, or I don't know, move your lower jaw, which can be useful for like smaller jumps. And if you internalize this breathing pattern and really step back from the notes themselves, then you can just move the whole thing around on the harmonica. Also, a good thing if you already can play overblows, or if you even like set up your harmonicas yourself, a good way to check if like every note is still sounding like the natural notes on the harmonica. If they come out of the instrument as quick as you want them to come out. So that's like the 3-note grouping. You can also do a 2-note grouping, which is harder on the harmonica because we got to change breathing directions a little quicker. So that would only be maybe starting in the middle octave again, 4-hole blow, 5-hole blow, 5-hole draw, 4-hole draw. So that's probably not a sweep, not what BK was talking about, but it's a great exercise to get into that. And especially if you move this one up to like hole 6 and 7, you have the change of breathing directions on the harmonica, and the notes on your draw, they are lower than the ones on the blow. So don't get confused. It's just about the breathing directions and not about the notes. And some of them are really useful. So right now I'm doing this only with the notes that are naturally available on the instrument. But if you get comfortable with this, you can start to add notes that are bends or even overblows. And use the stuff over more complex chord progressions or in other keys. But yeah, I would do the 3-note grouping, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. Then the 2-note grouping, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. And I think also the 4-note grouping makes sense to practice. And it's important to accent the first note of each 4-note group or 3-note group, depending on the exercise. I was starting on hole 1 now, playing 1, 2, 3, 4 blow, And then 4, 3, 2, 1, draw. And then move it around as soon as you are comfortable with the change of breathing directions and the accents. Because then it's easy to do this fast. Then you just gotta slide and know when to stop. So yeah, this is like the first beginning to do the sweeps on the harmonica. And there's also another drum rudiment I want to show to you just to make this like complete, which is the paradiddle. And on drums it would be right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. So I would do that on the harmonica like this. Starting on 4-hole blow. Blow, draw, blow. And for the last blow, I'm moving up 1 hole. So let me write this down in tabs. So it's right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And on the harmonica, that could be 4-hole blow, 4-hole draw, 4-hole blow, 5-hole blow, 5-hole draw, 5-hole blow, 5-hole draw, 4-hole draw. Oh, okay. Now you can see it. Again, we have like 4-note groupings, so we want to accent the first note of each line. So 4-hole draw and 5-hole draw. So that's right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Makes sense to practice this with your hands too. And at that tempo, it's like only like mouth breathing. It's a great exercise for, just supporting your whole playing from down here, from the diaphragm. And some of them are really useful. I mean, this sounds great if you started on 2-hole blow. And then you could start to add bends. I could play a 3-hole whole step bend, the A instead of 3-hole draw. Something like that. So yeah, just having that in mind can get you into the whole topic of like sweeping around on the harmonica. And as soon as you do that with the notes that are naturally on the instrument, I started to just try to do this with like all the arpeggios I know, and figured out like how some of them work and how some of them not. Yeah, some of them just don't work that well, of course. But finding workarounds and stuff like that to sound great, like on any arpeggio. So there was that just a C major 7 with the 9th. And something I practiced was like just doing that chromatically and sounding somehow good in every key, on every chord. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question a little, Kim. Yeah, something like that. It's not usually played on the C harmonica. But yeah, That's part of the third movement of the Howard Levy concerto. This is also something I made up. Yeah, I gotta practice that. uh, but yeah, maybe I can incorporate that into something, a new piece or something. Another question by BKM was if it's possible to tongue slap into an overblow or an overdraw. It somehow is. Yeah. It's somehow easier on the higher notes, I think. I think it doesn't sound too good. I mean, it's possible on the overdraws too, but it doesn't sound too good there because like just the chordal support you get from the notes underneath, they don't make as much sense as the blow notes. Yeah, so it is possible, but maybe not useful in any case. So Jonathan also says that he can do it, but not reliably enough to do it in a performance. Yeah. Okay. So Roberto would love to listen to the song Amazing Grace. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I should play this like here on stream. There's a version of me playing that at the Seoul Harmonica Festival in 2013, I think. And of course, like the basic arrangement is coming from Howard Levy, so you should check that out. Spinner One is asking, can you give advice on best ways to make the four notes of the three-hole draw sound separate? My bands tend to blend together. Thanks. Oh yeah, I'm still struggling with this. There's such an exciting sound sample from a French harmonica player. His name is Sébastien Charlier. I think you can listen to it on his website where he's like playing the bends of a three-hole draw like very fast after one each other, and it sounds great. If you slow it down, it's like not quite right, but it's faster than everyone else. I think I never heard somebody else do it that fast, and at a fast tempo, it sounds somewhat right. So of course, the first step to do this is like to just intonate them well. If you can play with a drone or something or another instrument, so you could start to practice playing the 3/2 half step band, making that the major third. If you can play to a drone in F sharp or play a piano and play in F sharp, maybe you can hear this. I hope. Please let me know if you can hear the piano. So it's great to make these notes the major third. And then I go down a half step, play an F on the piano, and play the A, the whole step band, on the harmonica. Again, playing the major third. And then I'm playing an E on the piano and the 1.5 step band on the harmonica, playing A flat. And back. There's a lot of drawing. So right now I'm only sliding into the 3/2 half step band. I'm not really like actively accenting it. I'm articulating the 3/0 whole step bend with my tongue, but more like the middle part of my tongue, touching the upper part of my mouth. If I do it with the 3/0 half step bend, it's more like the tip of my tongue touching the upper part of my mouth. And the 3/0 1.5 step bend is even further back. It's more sounding like a g, g instead of d, g, like goose. But it's still the tongue, it's like kind of in the middle. So this is a great exercise. And also, skipping one of them, not playing them in a row, but where the playing 3/0 draw, just jumping over the half step bend and playing 3/0 whole step bend, then playing the half step bend, then playing the 1.5 step bend. And then the other way around, starting on the 3/0 1.5 step bend, then half step bend, then the whole step bend, playing the A, and then 3/0 draw again. So it's also hard to hear this, but if you can, you should practice singing this. Da do de do do de do da. It was kind of right. I didn't have the reference note. I don't have absolute pitch. I just have relative pitch. Da do de do. Do ba do da. Yeah, something like that. You can also do that with harmonica and with the thirds. So. Oh, sorry. It's actually interesting. It sounds good, yeah. So this way you really put it into like a harmonic context and you know if you're right. So yeah, that's the thing. Just accenting the 3/0 half step bend with the tip of your tongue. It's more like a da. And then the articulation moves further back inside your mouth. So it's just the middle of your tongue playing the A on the whole step bend. And then it transforms slowly into a G sound, which is even further back in your mouth. Yeah, spinner one. I hope this helps. Joseph, teach me your ways. Das ist eine fine playing, matey. That's some Denglish from you. Great. So yeah, let me know if you have any more questions. Otherwise, I would just go into the song I would like to play, Let It Snow, and talk a little bit about that. But yeah, please let me know if you already like practiced some Christmas songs, or if you played some Christmas songs in the past. Which one's your favorite? That would be interesting. So I'm just taking a picture of the chords of Let It Snow here. I think that's a piece you can really play like in early December. Santa Claus or stuff like that. That's something for the end of the month. Oh, and also let me know, that's so interesting. if you have any like Christmas wishes, like harmonica wise. Is there anything you want to get? If you want to get a harmonica amp or a specific microphone or a custom harmonica, because I'm thinking about my wishes right now. So yeah, let me try to show you the chords later of the piece. I will play it again, and I'm just playing it on the C harmonica in first position, playing the whole piece in C. Think these are the chords. Hope you can see them. I'll show them later again. So this is the backing track. Hope you can hear it. So this is very diatonic. I think it's a beautiful piece. It's nice to improvise over this. It's also nice to like start out like doing the whole sweeps on the harmonica, because this is just in the key of C and you can slide it over any note pretty much and sound good. Of course, like most important thing about this playing these sweeps is the starting note and the ending note. What happens in between? Sometimes it's okay if there's like one wrong note in there, as long as the starting point and the ending point are clear and it's rhythmically tight. Yeah. So let me show you the chords of this. The A section is in the key of C. Nothing special going on there, actually. I will just write down the tablature for the A section. Let me see. Okay, so this is the A section. Hope you can see this. I would say the melody... Oh, my harmonica fell down. Can't find it. Usually this never happens to me. I would say the melody is very rhythmic. So yeah, that's where I left off. It's very, very clear, very tight. And with this, I think it really makes sense to, if you can, you should try to snap along while playing this without any accompaniment. I think the third line, it's not that easy to play the 3/whole step bend, the A, playing that 2 times, because like the second time you really gotta articulate it to make clear that it's another note. And we talked about that, like the 3/whole step bend, like articulating that with your tongue is like the middle of your tongue, and it's like the middle of everything, and it's weird to not sound like articulating in the front of your mouth. That's the sound you don't want to get. That's the sound some people get if they just do it with the tip of their tongue and say da. But this is another sound, yeah. Very, very hard octave jump from the A 3/whole step bend to the A on 6/0 draw. There might be a song which really incorporates these octave jumps in a way that's similar. But that could be an exercise for you, just playing that jump in that style. Yeah. And of course, it's very hard, like, to snap along and just doing this with one hand, because I think it's easier to move around holds like with 2 hands. You have more control. Stuff like that. Let me know if you already tried this. So we have the octave jump from 2/whole draw to 6/whole blow in the first 2 lines. First line in the beginning. And third line, 3/whole step bend to 6/whole draw. So we could alternate between the 2. It's fun, it's not easy. Yeah, that's all about rhythm. Besides that, it's very diatonic. We're just like, very scalar, the melody. We're just like going through the major scale. And the last phrase is not too easy rhythmically. Da 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 da, because the accents are on the upbeats. They're in between the downbeats. So da 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 boom dum da dum dum ba dum dum. Down, 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 down. Yeah, so it's important to have a good sense of rhythm for this piece, I think. But besides that, over the A section, it's like easy to improvise because it's like all C major, if you look at the chords, it's like a C major 7 chord, then it's a D minor 7 chord over G, which is like a G suspended chord. So it wants to resolve back to C major. Then you have that little passing chord that's in bar 3, the flat diminished 7 chord. I can write that down. It's not an easy arpeggio, but if you want to get really advanced with this piece, which you can, then you should know this. So that's E flat. It looks weird in that font, but yeah, sorry. That's 1 whole blow, 1 whole overblow, 2 whole half step bend, 3 whole step bend. So yeah, it's E flat, but also C, 1 whole blow, and F sharp and A. Yeah. Very, very hard, but yeah, if you want to incorporate it, that's some point where you can do this. Bar 3. That's just a regular 2/5. That's D minor to G major to G7. Then it's again D minor 7. And then we actually have another passing chord, which is just cause of like, of course, there's like a more advanced chord progression, but of course it also has to do with the bass movement. So it's chromatic here, which is great for a bass player, and it gives any chord progression more sense. So we also have the D flat diminished 7 arpeggio in here. That's bar 5, bars 2, 3 and 4. Yeah. So that's D flat, E, G, and B flat. This one is a little easier. Kind of feels like playing blues, second position. Leads back very nicely to D minor 7. Very basic 4-note voicings. Yeah, I have the piano here, so it's weird to play. But yeah, in the B section, the whole piece goes to second position, so it's a little bluesy, the whole thing. We're in the key of G there, so that makes it a song which is like very fun to play. Writing down the tabs of the B section here. Yeah, that's it. So the A section is in the key of C, and the B section in the key of G. It gets really bluesy in the second phrase. You can incorporate some like double stops in there too. or even a little trill between holds 3 and 4 in the end of the line. So the double stop would be the third note of the second line. Really coming from the double stop, moving into the whole step band on 3, playing the A. So that's line 4. Just playing the whole thing very slowly here. It's beautiful. I really like the piece. Let me know if you're still there. Nobody wrote into the chat after I started to talk about this piece, but I think I even did a lesson on this on my own YouTube channel like 2 years ago or something. I have a video with Christmas songs on my YouTube channel, I think, with like 5 of them, playing Silent Night and playing Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Winter Wonderland, which is very, very hard, but it's beautiful. It fits very nicely. If you can intonate your bands very well, it's great. There's a comment from Angelo on Facebook. I like the video on modals in the key of C. It is hard to follow on the video as I play by ear. I know that you use the harmonica chart that Howard Levy created in his first video, but I don't really use them, to be honest. I don't remember that Howard Levy harmonica chart. I don't know. But yeah, I was talking about the modal scales in the key of C in a previous live stream. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty well. I did that in the key of D major too, which is interesting, because there are a lot of interesting modes in third position on the C harmonica in D. So yeah, that's Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. Please let me know if you have questions about this. So yeah, the B section is second position, so you can play second position pentatonic over this. Yeah, let me just improvise over this for a little. The biggest essentials for this are, for the A section, the C major pentatonic, and for the B section, the G major pentatonic. Yeah. So instead of 3-hole bow, you can also use the 2-hole draw in the C major pentatonic. And then in G, let me try to improvise over this using these 2 scales exclusively. Let's see how it turns out. playing G. I played a C there, sorry. So you can really survive only knowing these two scales over this piece. But at the same time, it's very scalar, and you can just play the whole C major scale and also the G major scale if you know how to play that one. So that's just playing very basic ideas over this. Very scalar. Taking advantage of some of the chords, but only the little chromatic diminished chords we talked about. So yeah, this is really a piece I like. Let me know if you have any questions about this one. And you can just get very, very bluesy in the B section. Yeah. And that's just nice. So you have a great great contrast between the A and the B section, which is a great thing about compositions and also your improvisations, like just to have like very drastic differences within your phrases, playing very, very loud, playing very, very softly, playing very, very very sad, very long notes, playing very short notes, more like majorish stuff. Working with contrast is very important, and this would be an obvious choice, just to play like nice melodies over this C section, the section which is in C. So the A section, that's what I'm talking about, and the B section. Please let me know if you can still see me. Oh. There was just a weird thing. My YouTube showed me, but I think I should be back. Spinner One is asking, have you watched The Irishman on Netflix yet? Oh no, I didn't. I don't have Netflix. I did have Netflix. Like, I wanted to watch like one show on Netflix and then just quit the whole thing because it just sucks too much time. I was watching Orphan Black. Maybe some of you have seen that, but that's an amazing series with an amazing actress. Her name is Tatiana Maslany, and she's like playing several people at once because it's about clones and very, very advanced, also advanced like recording techniques to make the whole thing possible, and to have her play like maybe even like 4 people at the same time in one shot. That's amazing. But I've heard about The Irishman, and I heard that Frederick Jonet plays harmonica, and it's even the theme song. That's great. Oh, I didn't call you Siri. Remembrance from Rob Robertson's. I heard great things about it. I will check that out. I would check it out on YouTube. Yeah. I can't do it on stream right now, but because of the copyrights, I think. But I will do it later. Yeah. Remembrance on the Synaptic album. Yeah, I'm sure it's great. Frederick is a great and very rhythmic player, which is important. Plays a lot of bluesy stuff, but very rhythmic, very strong, which is something quite a few other players lack. Really like his playing. Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions about this or other stuff. Let us know. We have our Facebook group link below in the description box. Let me see. I will upload the chords to the Facebook group link below, and I will upload the harmonica tablature for this too. And yeah, please let me know if it's snowing in your town. I'm not sure if it will snow this month here in Germany. I think in the end of the month, in the very end of the month, I'm in Switzerland. Maybe it's snowing there. I'm not sure. Playing some Christmas concerts this weekend, and yeah, some other stuff. Playing in a big stadium later this month. But it's also a Christmas thing. We're not playing Christmas songs though. Joining the piano player I went on tour with in Portugal, and I will do the next live stream in 2 weeks from now. So today is December 5th. The next live stream will be on December 19th, and I'll probably be back in Hamburg then. Let me know if you tried out this to play Let It Snow or any other Christmas song. You can post it online in our Facebook group link below. You could also send it to me. I created this email address for the stream, and we could listen to your recordings live on stream. You can also stay anonymous if you want to. It's just interesting to have something to talk about with other people and get some feedback. So the email address is hohnerlive@konstantinreinfeld.com. So yeah, hope you liked the stream today. I enjoyed showing you some of the advanced stuff people asked about earlier, and showing you Let It Snow. You can send an email to this email address, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Please let me know about what you're interested in, what you want to learn on the harmonica in 2 weeks. Write me a message, write me an email, and spread the news. So I'm looking forward to the 12th live stream in 2 weeks. Hope you have a great day or a great evening wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.